I would like to invite the MAUHS Class of 2018 Secretary Olivia Salem to lead us in the flag salute, and MAUHS Chorus member Ben Bashir to sing the national anthem.
Gentlemen, please remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome members of the MAU School Board, Superintendent Colquhoun, faculty, community members, and families and friends to the Mount Anthony Union High School graduation for the class of 2018. I have enjoyed traveling with you through your final year at Mount Anthony Union High School, watching your ups and downs and successes and challenges. I remember the first day I stood before you at your first class meeting in September. I had a white knuckle grip on each side of the podium in the blue seats, and I couldn't look up until Mr. Berrio said, "You're on." I slowly looked up into your eager and excited faces, not quite sure if you were eager or excited, and realized, hey, I know you people. Some of you are my former students, soccer players, runners, and Nordic skiing friends. You are my neighbors, and some of you I've known since your time in diapers. If I did not know you from a past experience, I got to know you, your interests, and your future plans. I am also pleased that you were joined this year by the MAUHS foreign exchange students that are here with you tonight to celebrate. Over the course of this year, I often found myself reflecting on my own experiences during my senior year at MAUHS 31 years ago. Do not figure out my age. Favorites. We agree, both classes, that homecoming week or spirit week is your favorite. My class, the class of '87, we had Twin Day, Nerd Day, Beach Day, Hat and Tie Day, and Spirit Day. You celebrated Sports Day, Tie-Dye Day, Character Day, Twin Day, and Red, White, and Blue Day. Alora Theme, your overall winner, stated, "You get from Spirit Week what you put into it. You can't have fun unless you participate to the best of your ability. and I've definitely had a lot of fun the past 4 years. Both classes agree we love the pep rally, the yelling contest, and the football game under the lights. Favorite TV shows? My class enjoyed MASH and Cheers. Your class enjoys The Office, The Walking Dead, Grey's Anatomy, and the Game of Thrones. Favorite movies? Class of '87. Top Gun, Friday the 13th, and The Karate Kid. Yours, wait for it, Finding Nemo, Poetic Justice, and The Benchwarmers. Favorite foods? Class of '87, we were simple. We liked our pizza, our lasagna, and our chocolate. You guys are something. Chinese food, ice cream, pad thai, chipotle chicken griller, and avocado toast. Graduation ceremony. I sat in the front row because we were arranged by height. I was lucky my friend was the same height. Girls wore white and boys wore blue. We were definitely not allowed to decorate our caps. You are a sea of blue with brightly decorated caps celebrating your interests, friends, and experiences. You are seated with your friends in anticipation of the moment when you can walk across the stage. One thing has remained the same throughout the years is that once a year we come together as a community to celebrate the accomplishments of the graduates of Mount Anthony Union High School, a celebration filled with memories and words of wisdom. Your words of wisdom. Great moments are born from great opportunities. Herb Brooks, shared by Cameron. Don't let anyone hold you back or tell you you can't do anything. Emilio. Don't become a Netflix addict. Bethany. You are also a class very concerned with doors. As many of you said, use the right door. Caitlin, Will, Skylar, and Sierra. And finally, one of my favorite quotes, the future belongs to those that believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt, shared by Cassidy. My words of wisdom for you. I do some of my best thinking on my early morning runs, and it was on one of these early morning runs that the song On Top of the World by Imagine Dragons came on my phone. In 1987, we called it a Walkman. I knew in that moment that the things that I wanted you to remember from the speech could all be connected to this song. The lyrics say, I've traveled all this way for something. Now take it in, but don't look down, because I'm on top of the world. My advice, stop and enjoy the moment. They go by way too fast. I've tried to cut these corners, tried to take the easy way out. My advice, always stay true to who you are and always respect others. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Talk to people the way you want to be talked to. Respect is earned, not given. I know it's hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up when you hit the ground. Get up now, get up. A school is a place where you come to practice being part of a larger community. There will be bumps. Always acknowledge the strengths first, then identify your challenges. Challenges are just problems that need to be solved. And the last part of the lyrics, I've been waiting to smile, been holding it in for a while, take it with me if I can, been dreaming of this since a child, I'm on top of the world. Put your phones down, smile, and greet the people around you. It was my daily goal to greet every one of my second grade students as they walked in the classroom door each day or sat at morning meeting on the blue rug. One of the highlights of my year has been walking around this building and interacting with all of you. Everyone deserves to have a positive, friendly interaction each day. It is your responsibility to take that skill and use it as you embark on your new journey. My father is a proud faculty member of Mount Anthony Union High School. My husband and my 2 daughters are proud Mount Anthony graduates. I am a proud graduate of Mount Anthony Union High School, and I am so honored to be part of the ceremony where tonight you will also become graduates of the same educational system that I graduated from. Thank you. At this time, we would like to recognize the MAUHS students that are graduating with honors. I now invite you to stand. Every student standing has distinguished themselves academically. Thank you. I would like to introduce the SVSU Superintendent, Mr. James Colquhoun.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to recognize the Southwest Vermont Career Development Center students that are graduating with honors. Will they please stand at this time? Every student standing here has distinguished themselves academically. Congratulations.
It is my honor to introduce the class of 2018 salutatorian, Miss Olivia Salem.
Good evening, everyone. I stand here before you to congratulate all of you on this accomplishment. I'd like to thank everyone who has offered me support, advice, and encouragement throughout these past 4 years, including my parents, teachers, mentors, and peers. While I'm sure all of you have people to thank for your being here, thank them later, because right now I'd like you all to take a moment and appreciate the work that you put in to be here. Despite the support of everyone, it was ultimately you who did it. You were the one who had to write the essay on A Tale of Two Cities. You were the one who had to pass the push-up test, or at least have done well enough earlier to compensate. And you were the one who had to memorize, to then forget, and have to rememorize the unit circle countless times. So take a moment to congratulate yourself and enjoy this moment. Don't rush life. I find it far too often that we as young adults are always rushing to get to the next stage in life. However, we don't realize how much we're missing out by rushing until it's already over. I hope that I can learn this lesson from my mistake of rushing through high school. My freshman year, everything was new and exciting, but rather than taking that in and enjoying the experience, all I could think about was wanting the year to be over so I could be a sophomore and receive all of the awesome perks like finally being able to leave the cafeteria during lunch and not being put into the default category of dumb freshman. And then, before I knew it, I was a sophomore and just wishing I could be a junior, because being an upperclassman and starting to think about my future seemed really cool. Then I was a junior, and all I wanted was for the year of constant work and endless standardized tests to be over, and most importantly, to receive that senior parking pass. Now I'm graduating, and I realize how wrong I was about being an upperclassman, and that eating lunch in the atrium and talking about my future really isn't that fun at all. The senior parking pass, however, was worth it. And while I'm sure everyone here has experienced senioritis at least a little and has said, I can't wait to get out of here at least once, there are still things we can reflect on and see that were great about high school, but we took them for granted while we rushed through them. There are definitely things I will miss about high school. I'm going to miss the bus rides after sporting events and field trips, jamming out to songs anywhere from High School Musical to Fergie to Drake, and all of the dances, senior nights, pep rallies, concerts, football games, and musicals. But of all of those things, what I will miss the most is you, class of 2018. Our class has a bond different from any other class previously or currently that I have seen at Mount Anthony. Maybe it's because we're such a small class, but I've always felt that our class gets along really well together. I think most of us are really accepting and have friends with a wide variety of passions and interests outside of our own. It is because of all of you that the not-so-fun parts of high school were tolerable. Even though the nights you barely got any sleep because you saved your project that you had a month to complete to the last minute were horrible, your classmates made it so much better by mutually complaining about how they made the same mistake as you and then making a week-lasting pact to never put off work again. And being there to console each other after our freshman year homecoming was canceled because of Miley Cyrus's twerking. And the person in your math class who somehow did worse than you on your quiz, so you could tell your mom, I know I did badly, but you should see what so-and-so got. All of the bad parts of high school were really not so bad because we had each other throughout every step of the way. I encourage you to keep all of these people in mind as you move forward in life and keep in touch with them. Stay in touch with more than just your closest friends. Be in touch with the people who have struggled with you and helped you to be the better person you are today. Because even though you are in control of your life from here on, your roots and ties with this school, community, and class is part of what makes you, you. Trust yourself. Trust that what you choose to do with the rest of your life is the right decision for you. And also trust that if it isn't working out, you'll be able to recognize that and do something to change it. Remember this moment and the memories we shared, and use them as you continue on in life to make the best version of yourself. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2018. Testing.
There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you, and these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more, though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
At this time, it is my honor to introduce the class of 2018 valedictorian, Ms. Paige Greenewalt.
Good evening, friends, family, faculty. Right, actually, before I start, I need to introduce you guys to my cat. Her name is Putty. She's just here for moral support, and I promise she won't make any noises during the speech. So. All right, let's try this again. Good evening, friends, family, faculty, school board, in the class of 2018. So I found out 2 days ago that I'm valedictorian, and that's great, except now I have to deliver a speech. Yeah, not so great. But when I was Googling how to do this, I came across an article that said most people forget speeches after 15 minutes anyway. So basically, by the time you receive your diploma, everything I say will be out of sight, out of mind. And that really comforts me. But I'll still try to make this meaningful. So I want to talk about a deadly disease that has struck the class of 2018 and nearly every class before it. The initial target is the brain, as your levels of motivation, the motivation you had freshman, sophomore, and junior year, gradually decrease. The mental lethargy soon manifests into physical fatigue. Just getting up for school is like pulling yourself out of a pit of quicksand. And school itself drains the little energy you have left. And you just can't wait to go home and take a nap. Now, what disease am I talking about? Its name, ladies and gentlemen, is senioritis, and a cure has not yet been found. Watch out, underclassmen, and especially you junior marshals, you're next. But before we get too negative here, and before I scare everyone younger than me, I want to propose an unpopular opinion. Maybe, just maybe, senioritis can actually be a good thing. I know I just offended like every teacher and parent in the audience, but hear me out. What was one of the most basic concepts we learned in biology, chemistry, or physics? Conservation of energy. And more specifically, the importance of the optimization of energy, only putting energy where it needs to go. It's what keeps us alive. What if all of our energy just went to breathing? We'd die in minutes. What if our body used up more energy for small tasks like blinking instead of more important tasks like pumping blood? That wouldn't work either. The same concept applies to how we approach high school, especially the end of it. Ask yourself, when you were not studying, which, if you were like me this year, was most of the time, what were you doing? Were you spending time with your friends and family? Were you figuring out your future? Were you hiking, at a concert, walking your dog, playing tennis? In other words, were you happy and purposeful? If yes, then at least in my opinion, you made the right choice. Because it just doesn't make sense to invest your valuable time and energy into something if it won't yield a useful result. But it does make sense to enjoy your youth as much as you can. Homework, studying, jobs, they will always be around. But the people you know here, your friends and your family, they won't. As the weather gets warmer and the days get longer, I'm realizing that I only have a few months left in Bennington. And those months will turn into weeks, then days, then hours, and finally, there won't be any time left. And I knew time was going to fly by, so I succumbed to senioritis and enjoyed my last year of high school. I hope you guys did too. Now, after everything I just said, I want to make it clear that I am not condoning laziness. Always work hard, but only when you need to. Whatever path you are taking after graduation, a job, college, military, it's okay to go the extra mile. There's nothing wrong with working longer to get a promotion, or staying after class to get help, or training harder. But keep in mind that time is finite, and as we all know, more energy cannot be created. So think about what you were doing, and think about whether it is making you happy. And if it isn't, consider transferring your energy and using it somewhere else. Thank you all for listening to my words. You can start forgetting them now.
At this time, I would like to ask Vice President of the Class of 2018, Liam Drew, and Treasurer of the Class of 2018, Bethany Hassett, to introduce the faculty speaker.
Good afternoon, class of 2018. I would like to congratulate you on what you have accomplished. As we graduate high school, we start to acquire new responsibilities. From getting our first job, to being dropped off at college, and being alone for the first time. Or enlisting in the armed forces to serve our country. All three of these things have a few things in common. For one, they may seem intimidating and scary. But if you look back at what you have done and what you have accomplished, you can conquer these things, of course, with a little help and advice given by your parents, mentors, and teachers. Another commonality is these things are a major change. The best way to deal with a change is to embrace it, dive in head first, take a chance. It may very well benefit you, your community, and the world. As Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you wish to see in the world. And remember, with change comes newfound opportunities. And finally, all these things are an adventure. With adventure comes ups and downs. The downs will be rough. You'll want to quit. You'll want to walk away. But if you look back at all that you have done, remember, no matter how dark the sky appears, the sun will shine again. Life may at times knock you down, but it's not about how you get knocked down. It's about how you get up and grow from those adversities. That matters. On that note, I believe it is time for Bethany Hassett to give you all a little history about our faculty guest speaker.
Miss Jennifer Wells graduated from Harvard University in 1982 with a bachelor's degree in economics. Later, she went back to school to earn her master's in education from Bennington College. After living in and around Boston, working for real estate for most of her early adult life, she decided to move her family to Bennington, where she began as a senior project teacher here at Mount Anthony. In 2006, she left senior project to join the social studies department, where she has taught at various levels. I first met Miss Wells when I joined Student Senate my sophomore year, a club that initiates student activism for school-wide change. Together, she and Miss Remington fostered the importance of school unity and instilled in us that every voice matters. Miss Wells brought great improvement to the school since her joining 15 years ago. Not only did she bring senior project to the area and become a vital part of the Student Senate team, but she also returned the teaching of economics earlier this year, a subject that she felt students at MAU could greatly benefit from. As a member of her first economics class, I had the opportunity to witness firsthand Miss Wells' passion for teaching, as well as her compassion and kindness towards every student who walked through her door. Miss Wells never failed to make my day a little brighter, and so it is with great honor that I introduce to you our 2018 faculty speaker, Miss Jennifer Wells.
Oh, wow. I saw my life flash before me. Thank you so much. That was such a beautiful introduction, and I'm so thrilled and honored to be before you today, the class of 2018. Woohoo! I was looking for a joke earlier, and I tell you, some people really let me down. Mr. Lyon just told me a joke that was like 8 minutes long. Really? All right, so anyway, this week, with you no longer in the halls, we have missed you already. There is a void, an emptiness, and with the winding down of sports and extracurriculars, you have left some big shoes to fill. I'm so happy to be speaking with you outside here on Spinelli Field. I was a little nervous this morning with the rain, where I've enjoyed so many events, including games and pep rallies and my own son's graduations. And out here on many evenings, like you, I have bought and sold 50-50 tickets and served up food in the Booster Club shack right over there, raising money for our various teams and clubs. Cindy Tift and her Booster Club volunteers do such a great job. Let's give her crew a round of applause for all they do to support our school. And they're looking for volunteers. So let's take a look around. As graduations occur throughout the land at this time of year, I want you, the class of 2018, to consciously witness this magnificent spot and to resonate and contemplate and to record in your mind's eye the splendor of this moment. Imagine this beautiful place is your home. And yet, you did not choose this place to be your home. That choice was made for you by your chance of birth, your parents and families and jobs. However, this graduation day marks for you a new chapter in your life, one that is just beginning, and one of the themes of this next chapter will be choice. When Bethany introduced me earlier, she noted that my choice of major in college was economics. Economics is a field of study in how people make choices given finite resources. So, for example, there's a limited amount of time in the day, and people make choices how to spend and allocate their time. Economists refer to this term as opportunity cost, the value of the next best alternative given up when a choice is made. Everyone here, for example, has made the choice to be here at the graduation. We could be anywhere, but we chose to come here and take place in this milestone. Human behavior and the choices people make determine a great deal of outcomes, and for us as individuals, as well as for communities in this country and in the world today. This past year, as Bethany mentioned, I made the choice to bring back the teaching of economics here at the high school. In fact, Vermont has adopted new C3 standards for social studies, which require economics to be taught at all levels. This is an exciting shift for our students. And a shout out to the outstanding seniors who made my course this year a great success and lots of fun. So already you before me, the class of 2018, are looking forward to new experiences and adventures that you're planning. I've talked to so many of you who are moving on to new communities for college and work. Some are planning travel or taking a gap year to save money, while others are combining school and work by attending community colleges. You'll live on campuses, or you've decided to live at home and commute, or get your own first apartments. There are so many exciting choices that you are already making with an ever-increasing independence and self-direction as you start this new chapter in your life. And as you forge these new plans for yourself, you will find that you are looking outward and forward, but you will also be focusing inward in your decision process. As you take more ownership of your choices and the results and consequences of your actions and decisions, you will want to look inside yourself and to draw upon a wealth of information and resources that you may not know you have. Your education and the relationships we've enjoyed building as we've watched and supported you as you've grown will serve you well. and you will begin to recognize the bank of knowledge you have accumulated and have as your foundation and support moving forward. These bits of pieces of facts and figures, of historical time frames and themes, of classroom discussions and skills and habits of work you've developed will help you to correlate a deeper understanding of yourselves and the world around you. So I have a challenge for you, the class of 2018. As you consider and you embark on this milestone of graduation, I want you to think about your future and imagine the choices you will need to make to reach your goals. What wisdom might you want to give yourself right now at this juncture? What words of advice might you say to yourself if you were in the future looking back at your young self sitting right here, ready to graduate from high school? This book is a collection of letters that women in their 20s and 30s imagined writing to their younger selves. I like this exercise, and I actually did this with a number of classes, and especially with Senior Project, as it will give you a chance to think about where you want to go and the steps you need to get there and what you want your world to look like in the future. And it will twist around your self-knowledge and self-awareness. I'm going to read a short excerpt of a letter written by Mary Osborne, professional surfer and champion longboarder. Today, she's developed her business career beyond surfing to being a TV personality, a women in sports advocate, and an ambassador to the United Nations Environmental Safe Campaign. Here's the letter that Mary writes back to her younger self. Dear my younger self, Mary, there's something you've never tried to describe to anyone about surfing. Waiting on the water, waiting to catch that wave, falling and rising with the horizon, the feel of the sun and the water. You're afraid to take the path that's calling to you. How will you make money as a surfer? How will you grow into a well-rounded, educated person? Your parents see college as the essential next step. All three of your brothers are talented, beautiful surfers, but they went to college and are pursuing real careers. To reject a college diploma is to reject one of your family's core values. But it's more than that, though. Choosing surfing as a main focus is also the problem. Your mom was the only girl in her family and had 7 brothers. She thinks surfing is not for girls and not ladylike. So choosing surfing is like rejecting your mom's hopes for that lady she wanted you to turn into. But honestly, Mary, your mom wants what's best for you. Now's the time for you to decide what that is. And besides, who says ladies don't surf? Go catch those waves. With love, from your older self, Mary. So like Mary Osborne, you too, the class of 2018, are faced with making the tough choices. Some choices you will have are going to be difficult and may make you feel insecure as you step outside of your comfort zones and explore new environments, making the most of the waves of your life and riding into your future. In concluding, I want to share with you one of the game-changing choices I made. You see, I chose Bennington as an adult, unlike you who were born here or brought here by your families. I moved away from my familiar settings in Boston to pursue new horizons, leaving family and many friends behind. I visited several places and I made trips to Vermont, where my maternal grandmother, Louise Lapham, had actually grown up in the Montpelier area. It was a colorful, bright, and crisp fall day, and I chose Bennington for my home. It was October 1987, and I have loved living and raising my family here in this beautiful place, cradled by this community you and I call home. So congratulations, graduates of 2018. Be strong, be proud, be reflective, plan your future, Look for and catch your waves of opportunity, but come back and stay in touch. We will be here for you, and we will always have your back, and all the while, make good choices.
unreachable star.
The Mount Anthony Union High School Patriot Award is presented each year to the senior who best exemplifies the following qualities: school spirit, involvement, character, scholarship, and grit. This year's recipient is described by faculty and staff as genuine. She has an infectious smile and laugh that creates positive energy when others are around her. Her counselor describes her as a ball of fun and energy with the ability to become a dynamic leader. One of her teachers shared that she works hard to realize her goals and knows how to access the resources to get to where she wants to go. She is admired for her dedication to her friends and family and can often be found giving back to the local organizations that have supported her own athletic interests. Her coaches describe her as having a competitive fire that allows her to not be easily deterred by challenges she faces. She never gives less than 100%, no matter the situation. She leads by example and sets the tone. As a captain of all 3 of her sports teams, she demonstrated her commitment and her ability to act as a role model for other members. Whether cartwheeling across Spinelli Field at a pep rally, helping a younger child at the Mica studio, or focusing on her studies, this young lady always presents herself with a smile on her face. The recipient of this year's Patriot Award is Kaden Gothier. At this time, I would like to call to the stage to receive their diplomas the class of 2018 Class President Morgan Flynn, Vice President Liam Drew, Secretary Olivia Salem, and Treasurer Bethany Hassett.
Kira Hansen. Jamie Gardner. Ben Bushy. Bridget Keenan. Anna Salem. Jack Bushy. Thank you. William Fisher. Franklin Cody.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Joshua Schmid. Emma Christine Aralata. Jonna Marie Loomis. Emma Feliciano. Dakota Brown. Lyle Sanders. Paige Greenwald. Sarahi Villa Arguin. Valerio Barba Giovanni. Perrin Patel. Caden Gothier. Katie O'Brien. Madison Mackenzie Kinney. Nathan Coyne. Samuel Irion.
Deandra Brown. Della Lane. Kerrigan Morazy. Bailey Terrio. Chloe Crawford. Brittany Belville. Matthew Smith. Tyler Rogers. Ben St. Clair. Damian Stratton. Dylan Paul. Elizabeth Harris. Sierra Palmetier. Sophia Fusco. Kelsey Florio. Alyssa Trombley. Santana Green. Brianna Hurley. Alexa Bullitt.
Yeah, Alexa.
Nicole Main. Ashley Billert. Macy Powers. Erica Goodell.
Noah Loomis. Colleen Ahern. Kendra Morrissey. Alora Thiem. Dylan Woodside. Addison Vakelli. Caitlin Banks. Skylar Knapp. Matthew Stedman. Savannah Blow. Shelby Macchioli. Calvin Hayford. Robert Phillips. Jordan Sullivan Sully. Dennis Collette Jr. Jeffrey Barth. Vittorio Grande. Kevin McKenna. Ashley Carey. Sienna McFallon. Lucy Holden. Wyatt Briggs. Kara Elizabeth Fitzhugh. Caitlin Danzero.
James Blake Carey. Taylor DeCranian. Jamie Boyle. Madison Owens. Andrew Rockwell. Michaela Gilheiser. Kayla Mears. Angela Dow. Kaylee Wellspeak. Dawson Skidmore. Ian Watson. Riley McDonald. Michaela Horde. Juliet Beatty. Erin Jelly. Sierra Rates. Madison Sanderson. Logan Matursky. Tyler Dickinson. Skylar Hoyt. Trinity Gallipo. Cameron Bentley. Jordan Woodcock. John LaFountain. Austin Spencer. Jennifer Harrington. Audrey Fusco.
Vincent Redcross. Brett Lapointe. Tyler Honorato. Hard one. Walter McDonald. Ryan Spencer. Chris Getty. Austin Gordon. Anna Jacobs. Ashley Finkelstein. Crystal Cox. Desiree Leonard. Tyler Cowell. Mackenzie Mayhew. Kirsten Murray. Taylor Brandmeier. Amaya Hayes. Alexis Hayes. Drew Dunlap. Ian Burrington.
Austin Buttle. Morgan Martocchio. Abigail Toll Calabro. Lindsay Main. Destiny Amoroso. Jessica Huck. Kira Simpson. Cullen Elliott. Chelsea Salvi. Aaron Madison. Mickey Bernard. Jacob Harkins. Farrell Simpson. Kaya Dion. Brianna Osterhout. Leah Marchand. Ashley Steinhoff. Darby Parker. Clarissa Babson. Cameron Turner. Marissa North. Alex Carpenter. Dylan Mason. Celia Masonette. Jada Lee Orchid Pettit.
Ethan Bennett. Zachary LaForest. Sean Tobin. Matthew Longton. Michael Marchetti. Owen Denyu. Owen Wilcox. Donald Amoroso. Cooper Maxon. Jasmine Marrow. Lee Gallagher. Dylan Alexander Michaels O'Shea. Emilio Stevens. Daniel Carvajal. Brody Odell. Tyler Burgess. David Hunt. Dominic Testo.
William Vincent Buck. Anna Grace Ionati. Cassidy Jade Danforth. Cameron Washburn. Autumn Pendlebury. Dolores Reniger. Donovan Mulhern. Johnny Martinez Westcott. Cole Wilcox. Elijah Benner. Dylan Babson. Colin Crowley. Adam Osha.
Matthew Glanowski.
Before I begin my official duty here, a couple of things I'd like. First, to the graduates. One of the best perks of being a senior is you don't make up snow days. So as the person who got up 8 mornings this winter and called off 8 days of school, I just want to say you're welcome. Shortly after graduation last year, I sat down with an individual and I asked a big thing of them, a big favor from them. I asked them to step up and be the acting principal of Mount Anthony Union High School. So tonight, I ask that you join in and thank with me, along with me, thank Principal Laura Boudreau for stepping up this year and being the acting principal of Mount Anthony Union High School. Great job. Thank you. So now, graduates, please rise. I waited till you sat down. All right. Graduates, by the power vested in me in the state of Vermont, I now declare you to be graduates of Mount Anthony Union High School. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.
I'm going to shut off. I can stop, right? End record. Kevin out.